XRP holders, we're about to find out in the next 24 hours if it is fake or it is real. Please read the disclaimer. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. So if you missed the video from late last night, I know some of you only watch me religiously in the morning. It seems that a potential deal, some will say it's a peace agreement, but I'm not ready to jump in that just yet. We're seeing that a prolonged ceasefire could be signed in the next 24 hours, 48 hours between the US and Iran. And when it flipped from looking like the US might attack from all those signs, Trump canceling all of his plans, not going to his son's wedding, the pizza, meter going up around the Pentagon, to totally flipping to the other side, where it seems that a peace deal could be, or we'll call it a prolonged ceasefire, could be negotiated in the next 24 hours. Of course, the markets, XRP, Bitcoin, the crypto market, it's the only market trading right now. So saw a little bit of a recovery after fear of a potential, conflict renewal. And now we're sitting and waiting to see. The market reacted initially, but now I think the market is waiting for the announcement to be signed, sealed, and delivered. Of course, I would prefer that we have peace, right? And that this is prolonged peace for a very long period of time. I'm talking 50 years, but I know that that's probably not going to happen in this region. And so we'll see what plays out here, how the crypto market reacts. If we go and we look at what's happening with XRP right now, it's pretty flat since last night. Of course, we did recover after XRP dropped all the way down to 131, right? It was looking 130 even. It was kind of looking dreary that potentially XRP could be getting to 127 here. But of course, the news of the agreement had XRP jump. Similar for Bitcoin, it looked like we might be going down to the 65,000 level. Now, maybe we have a little bit more renewed positivity that Bitcoin might jump back into the channel here that it broke out with the trend line. So this is a classic situation of news trumping technical analysis, right? Because every single person that works technical analysis would have seen this breakdown, of the trend line and say, oh, Bitcoin is going to here and it's going to break through these levels potentially and go down. But then news comes out and we start coming up. Now, again, this might test this resistance level at 77,000 here and come back down. So we could have a situation where this is retested and then, right, a situation where we came down and then potentially retest and then come down, right? That's still a possibility. It's still on the table. Remember, the crypto market right now is sitting on is Clarity Act going to pass or no? And of course, that is affecting, of course, the crypto market. Now, I was saying to myself, you know what? Is this action similar to what we've had in previous cycles, previous midterm elections, previous 2026? Let's go back to 2022 and see what happened 4 years ago, right? So I went and I looked back and listen, it wasn't really similar to what's happening now. If you go back to 2022, it wasn't that similar. Of course, there was the Luna crash and the FTX crash right in this, right? May of 2022 was when Luna crashed, and then FTX crashed in the summer there in June. So to say that this year could be similar, not really. As you can see, there was a rise towards the beginning of the year in March, and then it got rejected here at 47,000. And then we had, of course, the Luna crash. So it went from 40,000 all the way down to 25,000. Consolidated for a few months, and then FTX started imploding and in the summer there, and then we dropped all the way down to the bottom at 15,000, which was towards the end of the year. If we go back even to 2018, right, So similar, rise into March, April, right, May, and then we had a sell-off into June. So if we look at similar dates here, by the end of May, we were at 8,000 back then. It sold off into June, then recovered a little bit, and then we had November of 18. We sold off big time, all the way down to 3,000. So it's totally different scenarios. Although end of 18 and end of 2022 were the bottoms. So maybe this year, will November sort of be the bottom? That could be interesting to see. But again, it didn't mimic exact what happened here. February was the bottom, and then we rose off of that. So I don't know. People are saying, oh, this is similar to previous cycles, similar to how crypto acted in the previous 4-year cycles. I'm not sure about that. And it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here with XRP, what happens with crypto if Clarity Act passes. Because remember, news or a catalyst can many times trump other stuff. So, we'll see. Let's talk a little bit about the deal itself. I just want to sip a little bit of a sip of coffee here. It's very important to keep lubrication. If it's not working at first, to get the throat right, get some coffee in the throat. So the expected terms of my mind went a little bit, I wanted to keep it kid friendly here. Expected terms of the US-Iran peace deal: extension of Iran war ceasefire for another 60 days. So this is not, a peace deal that says we now have peace forever and ever. No, ceasefire for another 60 days and things can change. The Strait of Hormuz reopened for a 60-day period. Iran would be able to freely sell oil during this period, and the US would lift the blockade on Iranian ports and unfreeze some Iranian funds. The US would issue some sanction waivers on Iranian oil. Draft OMU includes statement that war between Israel and Lebanon would end. So that's a good thing, because many of my, people that I know are suffering because of this. Negotiations would be held regarding Iranian's nuclear program, and the draft MOU includes commitments from Iran to never pursue nuclear weapons, negotiate over a suspension of Iranian enrichment, and a removal of its highly enriched uranium. The situation remains fluid amid the high-stakes negotiation. This is the problem here, the high-grade uranium. The U.S. officials are saying that Iran has agreed to give it up under the deal, and that President Trump says it will soon be announced. Iran has yet to make any public statements on the supposed agreement. So basically, all the information that we're getting right now is coming from the U.S. And maybe this is, again, a false flag, but the articles are coming out saying that's basically, delivered, and that the Iranians have said yes, but there's no been official, statement from an Iranian president or anything like that they have agreed to that. And so we're gonna find out in the next 24 hours, what could happen. According to this, Iran's Far News releases a statement following President Trump's post, stating the US-Iran deal would be announced shortly earlier today. It should be noted American officials have acknowledged in multiple messages to Iran that Trump's posts are primarily for promotional purposes and media consumption within the US, and they have recommended that no attention be paid to these statements, according to Far's News. So, again, is this a Trump trick, or is this actually happening? Again, I am, on the one hand, not really happy about this. I don't think that this is what the goals of this were. I don't think that, the suffering that we endured for about a month ended up really having a significant effect on what could potentially happen in the future. But on the flip side, this can make the markets recover in a significant way. So I'm happy on that point, right, for my portfolios. Right? But, you gotta weigh like what's more important. I don't know. Like, okay, financial stability for a prolonged period of time or personal security over a long period of time. So personally, for me, I might be a little bit on edge about this, but I think that any single person that is just looking at the financial aspect of it and what this could mean for the markets, this could be a very, very good situation going forward. So it will be interesting. Now, if the potential of this means that the markets are going to recover, this might be an opportunity to start, jumping into the markets. And it could be the opposite as well. It could be the time to short the markets. This is up to you. Okay. You have to make your decision right now. Our partner BTCC has still a promotion going on that we've been doing this whole month. If you're interested, you deposit at least 500 USDT and you automatically get VIP3 status, which is a big discount on your trading fees, which is very important. People discard that, but it's very important in the long run. If you do sign up using my link, we have a competition. The more you trade, the more bonuses you're going to get. So link is in the description down below. Check it out. This is the last week of the promotion. And if you do use my link, I will get a commission, and this helps us keep the lights on here. We'll see what happens going further, but right now, BTCC is the our main partner here on the channel. I've been using BTCC for over a year now, and I really like the platform. So if you're interested, again, link is in description down below. Okay. Very, very interesting. Next 24 hours, we'll see what can potentially happen here. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Next 24 hours, 48 hours, or for a deal, or is this all a false flag? And actually, the agreement is going to fall through, and there's going to be a renewal of the attacking, which now looks like the lowest probability. But I wouldn't be surprised. Sometimes deals like this fall through. Specific, points on the agreement don't get agreed on. So this is going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below to BTCC, again, if you're interested in futures and trading. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.